All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chantal Whitehead Scott. I'm the Assistant Alumni Relations person at the Alumni Relations Office at Westchester University. So happy that everyone is here today. I just want to share some quick information, just some housekeeping things. As you heard earlier, this session is being recorded. So we will be posting this back to social media at the conclusion of this presentation so that others can gain the great information that we learned here today. If you have questions, feel free to unmute yourselves. This is a small group, so feel free to unmute yourself and you can talk directly to either myself or our presenter, Brian. If you feel more comfortable, you can always put your questions in the chat. I'm happy to bring those up and have Brian answer them as we go along. Just a few events from the Alumni Relations Office. We have, of course, this Adulting 101 webinar series that we're offering each and every Tuesday throughout the fall semester through November 24th. So lots of different topics that we share, a lot of financial literacy, some career development topics. We'll be doing a cooking segment later in the fall. So please continue to join us if this is your second or third webinar with us. Please encourage others to join if you find this information helpful. So that's Tuesdays at noon through the fall semester. We are also working with the Career Development Center on a program called RAM Nation. So that is our official social and professional networking platform. It connects alumni to students or alumni to alumni. You can gain career advice, give career advice, join discussion boards. All of that information can be found at our website, which is wcualumni.org/RamNation. We have just a few events coming up soon. For those of you interested in graduate school, we have a grad school roadmap event that is going to be Tuesday, October 1st. We also have a careers in law panel. If you're interested in looking into law school, that's Wednesday, October 7th. And we are also doing a virtual tour of the Museum of the American Revolution on Thursday, October 8th. All of those events are free. More information can be found on our website, WCUalumni.org. Homecoming this year is all virtual, so we hope you can join us for various events from October 19th through the 24th. And we also have a series called Ramblings Live that we offer on Facebook. So it happens select Wednesdays throughout the fall semester. We chat with alums from around the globe about what they have going on. Tomorrow we'll be talking with Connor Hepp. He's the executive director of the Westchester Historical Center. We'll be talking with Chris Hively, who's a co-founder at MapQuest. He was also a Westchester alum. So lots of cool guests throughout the fall semester. We hope that you can join us. All the information can be found on our website. So thanks for listening to me blurb on about all that we have going on in the alumni office, but we hope that you'll find something that is exciting for you to join us with or join us for. So right now I'm going to pass it over to Brian Walters. He works for GradFin, which is one of the Alumni Association affinity partners. We appreciate him being here today. And having said that, I'm going to mute myself. And Brian, you can feel free to take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Chantal. Thanks for the nice intro. Hello to everyone. My name is Brian Walters. I'm the president here of GradFin. We're a student loan company based right in Philadelphia and Center City. I'm literally going to go for about 10 to 12 minutes today. I don't want you guys, I know this is your lunch hour, to take up too much of your time, but also love to make this as interactive as possible. Any questions you have, exactly what Chantal said, go ahead and put them in the chat section. Go ahead and, unmute yourself and ask me at, end of a slide or even end of the presentation. But if you have a more personal question, we'll get to that and how that all works. But email me, call me, text me, I'll give you all my information so you guys can reach out to us and we can help you guys figure all this stuff out together. So real quick, we're going to jump into this. So just so you guys know, I always like to take a step back where we are with student loans. You guys know most of this because you're living it. But some of the stats I like to point out here is number 3 and 4. Look at number 3. 90% of borrowers do not know what their interest rates are. And we understand that. The average borrower has about 10 different student loans. So, 10 different student loans. Some could be federal, some could be private. Some could be a 3% interest rate. The other could be an 8%. Some, could be a 5-year, 10-year, 15-year term. just, loans all over the place. So I always like to throw this out there. Just think to yourself, do you know what your interest rates are? Do you know how much you currently owe? Do you know what how many years you have left? And if you do, great, fantastic. Let's now figure out what the solution is. But, the fact that 9 out of 10 people do not know what their interest rate is, that's where we really want to help you guys out. And number 4 is kind of in line with that. The average interest rate right now in our country with student loans is 6.25%. Listen, it's one thing to have student loans. We all have debt. We all have borrowed for cars, mortgages, student loans, whatever it may be. But the average student loan right now is around 3.5, even 4% for a 20-year. Why the heck are we at 6.25? Again, back to stat number 3, people just aren't aware of their choices. I mean, we see people with 8, 10, 12% interest rates on their student loans. They signed these when they were 18, 19, 20 years old when they were at Westchester. Now they're 25, 26, even 30. They really haven't kept their eye on the ball. That's where we can help you guys out, help you get down to the numbers that you should be able to get to. Something else, this isn't, everyone always just thinking, hey, student loans just for millennials. It's not. We have a lot of parents that we help. We have a lot, if anyone has their kids going to college soon, or anyone that they need help to help pay for college, we can do these Parent Plus loans as well. Where does this affect you guys? 1 is homeownership, 2 is investing. How can people buy houses? How can they start investing for their future when they have the student loan burden? They can't. So that's again, we want to help you guys get to the finish line faster and show you the best way to do that. So who we are, I mentioned it. We're based right in Center City, Philly. We're a new financial wellness company. We're just a little different than everyone else. Our mission is so simple. Our mission is to help you guys get debt-free faster. So if someone has 10 years left on their student loan, well, 1, we want to show you how to get down to 6 or 7 years. Not only do we want to show you how to do it over 6 or 7 years, we want to save you a ton of money over that time. And again, I showed you before, it's by cutting the interest rate, by cutting the term, by coming up with a great financial plan for you and your family. That's what we do. And the biggest thing for you, and I'll get into this a little bit in a little bit, is we do not send you just to a website where you're going to have to go figure all this stuff out by yourself. The biggest value add for us, and the reason Westchester is working with us as one of their ancillary businesses, is we literally will go one-on-one with every single borrower. So we're not going to send you at a website with a calculator where you're kind of on your own and you're like, shoot, I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I have the right loans. But you guys are actually talking with someone and talking with one of our consult experts. They are going to guide you through the entire process. They're going to hold your hand through the entire process, and they're going to roll their sleeves up to make sure that you and your family are comfortable with the plan that we're putting in place together with you guys. So that's something that, we look at when you buy a house, when you're doing investments, people enjoy talking with people. People enjoy asking questions. And again, not trying to figure all this stuff out by themselves. That's what we do. We really want to try to help you guys out and go above and beyond. These consultations are absolutely free. So even if you think you have great loans, go ahead and check the box. It's a great way to say, hey, I got 5.5%, 5%. I think that's pretty good, which, by the way, it's solid. Maybe I could get down to 4%. Well, if you're taking a loan from 5 down to 4%, you're saving 20% over the course of your loan. It's a lot of money that you're going to save. So the one-on-ones, and I'll keep going on this, is the bread and butter for our company. We do these consultations 6 days a week. We start them at 9 a.m. We actually go all the way to midnight for our LA office. So listen, if you're working all day and you put the kids down and you want to do a consultation with one of our people, just let us know, reach out to us. We'll set you up. This isn't a call center. A lot of people are like, oh, there's a call center, I'm going to call some random person. No, you get assigned to this expert. That expert that one person is going to be with you through the entire process. You can call them, you can email them, you can even text them. They have the GradFin phone. Go ahead and ask as many questions as you want. Go ahead and set up as many time slots as you want to make sure you're getting the best advice and the best thing that we can do. Second one is we work with 11 different banks. We don't work with one. The rationale on that is we want to get you guys approved. If we're working with one bank, you got one shot at it to get approved. That's not good enough for us. So we want to give you guys 11 chances. If you're not perfect, if your credit score is not perfect, again, we have every kind of bank that you can imagine, local, national, a lot of student loan servicers. to really put you guys in the best place. But the other big thing about this is interest rate competition. If one of our banks offers 4, another bank offers 3.5, we're obviously going to place you guys with the 3.5% bank. So love to give you guys options. We had a local bank here in Philly. That was our only bank. We went to one of the big Fortune 500 companies here in Philadelphia, and we just didn't do a very good job. And it was because we had one bank. We only had one offer, and a lot of people got rejected. And we were like, we can't work with companies like Westchester and say, hey, we're going to really help a lot of people out, and then just not have that arsenal of banks. That's where we really want to, again, separate ourselves from the pack and give you guys a lot of different options. All right, so why? This is obviously why you guys are on this call. Number one is we're going to create cash flow for you guys. We're going to save you money. You can see the average person saved $38,000 over the course of their loan. The average term is 10 years. That's $3,800 per year that we're saving people just by dropping their interest rate from 6% down to 3%, 8% down to 4%, whatever it may be. Just by dropping the interest rate, you're going to see that you're going to save a ton of money over the course of your loan. It's huge. And also that you can see the bottom here, we have some really cool federal programs. There's 187 different federal programs. Which one should you be in? That's where we can really help you guys out. This public service loan forgiveness program is absolutely fantastic if it's done correctly. Right now, it's just like DC, everything is kind of a little wacky. It's a great program on paper. It's just run really poorly. So we actually will help you out. Anyone who's in these federal programs, call us. We'll make sure that you're in the right program, you're saving the right amount of money, and that you're checking every box that you need to do on your end. So real big stuff on that. The second one I really want to talk about, we don't refi all your loans. We're going to look at every loan individually. If you have 10 different loans and you have 5 loans that are absolutely fantastic, 5 loans that are federal loans, and they're really good in a really good federal program, we're not going to touch those. The other 5 that are private, that are really high interest rates, those are the ones that we're going to attack. So we always let people know, hey, we're going to look at every single loan individually. We're only going to refi the bad ones. All right, so real quick, you guys should know this. If you have student loans, the CARES Act in March suspended all payments just for federal loans. Your interest rate now is 0. Your payment is now 0. That actually now got extended to December 31st. So if you want to take some time off, you don't want to make some payments, you have every right to do that. It's a nice break for people right now, especially with their student loans. Private loans, you got to continue to make the payments. And we get a lot of people like, hey, I don't want to make my private loan. I don't make your private loan. You don't want to have a bad credit score. You don't want to miss a couple payments because this credit company is going to report that. Then your credit score is not going to be very good. So continue to make your private. If you have any issues with your job, go ahead and reach out to that private bank, and they'll try to give you and help you out. But the federal, go ahead and, if you want to take a break here, fantastic. If you don't, and you want to continue to make payments, all the payments go directly to principal. That's how you get rid of these loans faster. Nothing worse than when you're making those interest payments. I get it. I hate seeing that on my mortgage. Same thing with student loans. Go ahead and hammer the principal. That's how you're going to get rid of these loans a lot faster. All right. So this is, everyone is going to get a 1-page document. When you meet with your consult expert, within 24 hours, they're going to send you 1-pager that you talked about. Here's your current loans. Here's your current interest rate. Here's what your current total amount will be. And then they're going to talk about, hey, we talked about the 5-year, the 10-year, the 15, the 20-year. Here's what the monthly payment would be. Here's what your interest rate would be. And most importantly, here's how much money you're going to save. You guys will get that. You'll get that from your consult expert. Go ahead and show it to your parents, your spouse, your financial advisor, whoever you want some advice from. Go ahead and have them take a look at it. But again, have as many calls as you want with your consult expert to really figure out how this all works. They're assigning you. They're going to be in Salesforce as your person. Really let them guide you through the entire process. When you do the consultations, you can have as many people on that call as possible. Again, if you don't feel comfortable financially and you'd rather have and grab somebody else for the call, go for it. That's what we do. It's just a little different than every other company out there that is, again, more of that internet-based company that will just answer your questions right there on the internet site. That's it on my end. I'm going to go right here real quick. There's a lot of personal stuff that people have. If you don't want to ask any questions on here, no worries. just go ahead and email me, call me. I'll do my best to set you up with a consult expert, or I'll go ahead and answer the questions for you guys right then and there. So I'll go back over that's almost identical to 10 minutes. That's exactly where I want to keep it, especially during the lunch hour for you guys. If anyone has any questions, or Chantel, if you have any questions, just let me know. If not, again, go to my email address, shoot me an email, and I'll do the best I can to answer any questions for you guys.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Brian. I'm actually going to stop recording just in
Okay.
case folks do have questions. Like Brian said, if it's super personal and you want to get into the nitty gritty, hang on to those questions and you can just contact Brian directly. But if you have something that you want to address or ask a question about federal versus private loans, I'm going to stop recording and you can ask those kinds of questions now. So just give me 1 second.